TSNE, The Season Never Ends, is the engine behind your favorite sports bar fantasy site. If your bar doesn't have it, send them our way so you can benefit from seamless draft day setups, no back and forth with staff. Just scan a QR code, pick your league spot, and customize your food and drink offers. TSNE offers quality of life tools like a mock drafter that improves each year by learning your league, automated team management if a player quits mid-season, and game time injury replacements before kickoff. With more league types and role options than any other platform, TSNE is everything you wish your fantasy platform had. You. The one still debating whether to start Patrick Mahomes this week or bench him for that rando backup QB no one's heard of. What are you doing? Stop scrolling and listen up. You know what you need in your life? More Black and Tan Sports. That's right, your one-stop podcast for fantasy football chaos, NFL hot takes, and the occasional life lesson you didn't know you needed. We're on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you can get your podcasts. So hit that subscribe button like you're smashing a waiver wire pickup for CMC. And don't forget to drop us a 5-star review. Why? Because it's not just our egos, it helps the algorithm show us some love. And let's be honest, you could use more good karma for that trade offer you just sent out. You're also going to want to join the party on social media because we're dropping fire takes all week long. On X, formerly known as Twitter, we're not here to discuss Elon. We're at Black and Tan Pod. Facebook, Black and Tan Sports Pod. You know, for all you I still love my mom's memes people out there. Instagram, we got you at Black and Tan Sports Pod. Where else can you get weekly fantasy tips and questionable Photoshop edits of my co-host Dwayne's face? Oh, and YouTube, Black and Tan Sports. Subscribe there too, unless you're scared to see what fantasy football legends actually look like. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe, follow, engage. Otherwise, your fantasy team might just get cursed with a season-ending injury. Just saying. Black and Tan Sports, for the laughs, the takes, and the wins. Subscribe now, or you'll regret it later.
Draft day heat, turn the speakers up. All eyes locked on the Commissioner's Cup. 25 years, yeah, the legends don't stop. Fantasy dreams on the way to the top. Black and Tan Sports, we running it up. 2025 Commissioner's Cup. Yeah, the legends don't stop. Fantasy dreams on the way to the top. Black and Tan Sports, we running it up. 2025 Commissioners Cup.
Yo, what's good?
Here.
There's
What
a
up,
little bit of
homie?
vibrato in that for some reason when I did that. I don't know what it was. I feel like I was going to break into the song.
I like it. Put some stank on it.
Yeah, you have to. Every once in a while, you got to put a little seasoning. You know what I mean? I gotta show the tan portion of the Black and Tan Sports. Got to drop a little seasoning on that bad boy. You know what I mean?
Season for the seasoning. Come on, bro. You got it.
It's the season. The seasoning never ends.
Seasoning never ends. Yes, it's the Seasoning Never Ends podcast coming to you live, direct, straight from
Man, oh man. So I mean, we got a bunch of things. Obviously, we have Mr. Green. We're gonna figure out what's going on with that and how he did last week. And he told me specifically that this week he dropped some jokes in there, and he talked about pop a little bit too. And I would only imagine that if you're going to talk about pop, you're probably going to talk about old Flacco boy too.
Flacco.
But hey, we'll see about that. Plus, Dwayne's got some more, a few more announcements on the the reffing front and everything like that.
Yeah. We'll jump into that real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening. This is Dwayne Ross, Black and Tan Sports, a.k.a. Black in the House. Don't forget, come out. Check us out this Sunday, November 23rd. Will be the part 2 to Dallas Sucks tailgate party. It'll be at Cheerleaders, located at 54 Crescent Boulevard in Gloucester City, New Jersey. It's another wing pole eating contest during the halftime game. This time, it's going to be pies. So it's going to be an apple pie eating contest. The top 3 winners will automatically advance to the final round of Wing Poll happening in, I believe it's the end of January, beginning of February. It'll be the week before the Super Bowl itself at Cheerleaders over in Philly in South Philly next to the stadium. Also come out to support. We're supporting the charity called Rooted in Love. It's a charity for a women's shelter who are victims of domestic violence. You can donate at the tailgate or you can donate online. At Instagram, their Instagram page is Church Ladies, all one word, underscore Rooted in Love, all one word. Check it out. If you can go donate a little bit, it's this season, you know what I mean? It's holiday season. People, it's the time of year, man. It's either a great time or it could be the worst of times. And unfortunately, these things, happen in homes around this time with all the pressure and depression. So come out and support, show them ladies some love and see what you can do for them. It's a great charity. Again, it's that season, bro. So let's get out there and do what we can for these.
I love this time of year. Not only do I love the
too.
weather because I enjoy like colder weather, but like honestly, how could you go wrong? It does feel good to give.
It does. Feels so
does.
good to give, especially when
it really does.
If you're giving a charity or you're just giving an ass whooping on that green grass, that gridiron, bro. You giving an ass whooping. It's giving ass whooping is different.
We're not whooping anybody's ass in this conversation because that's not what the charity's about.
Metaphorically speaking.
But
that was really bad time.
No, it's a good time of year. Make sure you guys come out. And if you guys come out, come and say hi. There's a good chance that I could be there as well. We'll see. I might, again, I'm going to get some reports because I'm going to see how these eaters are doing at this apple pie thing. But I tell you what, I'm not really a huge fan of apple pie. That's the truth.
I hear you.
And part of the truth is I was going to enter this competition. I was going to do it. But also, just not a fan. I'm not trying to, I don't want to beat us. So I'm not a huge fan of apple pie. So maybe let's see. We'll see what happens in the next one. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to put you on notice.
Hold on. How do I fix my mic? I'll go out and come back in.
But
I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Hold on. Should I leave and come back? Give me a second.
I think you might be able to select it from. We'll cut this out, obviously. But I think if you click on people.
Where's people?
On the right hand side. Do you see that or no?
Yeah.
If you click people and then you should see yourself there.
Yeah.
Or you go down at the bottom where it says mic. At the very bottom of the screen where it says mic cam speaker.
Yeah.
If you hover over mic, you should be able to switch it.
It's not giving me the drop downs are grayed out. I'm gonna leave and come back. Hold on.
Okay. So I understand you guys in the back time. So we're definitely going to talk about some Eagles and how it went with that, and then we're also going to be talking a lot about Mr. Green's picks. This week with the Eagles, it kind of seems as though it's a little bit split on people because what happened is we end up playing the game. As we're playing the game, some people were like, "Oh, this is great defense." Some people said otherwise, but I don't know. I don't see. We're gonna wait a second here for Black to come back. And meanwhile, we'll get a little cut-a-rooney, a little bit editing on the flow.
All right, I'm back. I sound better?
Oh my goodness, you sound amazing.
How about that? Ah, there we go. Let me get some light on, bro. Listen, I'm black. Oh. I'm too black.
Couldn't find you there. Couldn't find you.
If I start smiling, you'll see something.
I was gonna say that, but I decided not to. Anyway, as I was just getting ready to say, I was just getting ready to talk about, this weekend for the Eagles, right? This past weekend, it's definitely split in terms of how people feel about this game because a lot of people are like, oh, they talk about AJ Brown and maybe his lack of trying, or maybe his trying, or maybe going to him too much, maybe not relying on the game too much, on the run too much as much as they should. Before I give my thoughts about the game, Dwayne, what do you think about last week? What do you think about Sunday's game against the Lions?
Um, I mean, it was better. Brown did get a lot of he got looks. He did well. Um, I think it was it's I guess it's one of those things where we still haven't seen us. The team's not popping yet. It seems like we're playing to the level of team we're playing against instead of just playing our game. So I mean, listen, our defense always looks great, and we held a great offense and a great defense to
Right.
to certain levels. They weren't they were expected to come in and do some damage, and they didn't. And but I think that there's something, I don't know what it is. I don't. I just go back to the thing. I think that our offense is too predictable, and it shows because you can just exactly where, depending on where AJ Brown's lining up, what kind of play it's going to be. What's going to be inside slam, what's going to be down the sideline.
I think part of this, and just to add on to what you're saying too, is that I believe AJ Brown's, they're playing him in the wrong position. They're almost treating him like a slot receiver,
Right,
and AJ Brown is not a slot receiver.
right,
So I just don't understand where it feels as though last year they had a really cohesive play. Everyone was working together, and like you said, it's actually scary to me that we're winning these types of games, how we're winning them,
yeah,
and we're still not firing on all cylinders. That almost gives me a little bit of hope for
yeah.
later on down the line with the playoffs, because it's like, man, if they could really get clicking, there's
That's
the
the thing.
NFL. I was thinking about this during the game, right? Because I felt the same way. I was like, they're not being utilized. I really think that our offensive coordinator, he couldn't leave fast enough. And you know what? You know what happens typically in these situations? These offensive coordinators get drawn into head coaching roles. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised if I saw Patullo somewhere in the Giants or something like that after the
right,
season as a head coach,
right.
because that's typically what happens to offensive coordinators. It happened with
Just
Nick
jumps up.
Sirianni, right?
Right.
I hope that happens, because I think that he's really not good for the Eagles and their style of play. But part of the issue, I think, is that if we start firing towards the end of the season, I think that teams are not going to be fully prepared because of how we've played during the regular season. It's almost like there's a governor on us. Like, you're trying to rev that engine, but it's not hitting the RPMs it should be hitting,
Right.
and everything's
Right.
not working together. And I think if they can get that to happen, maybe I'm being, maybe I have these pie in the sky hopes that things are actually going to get together and start working out the right way. But if we can have that happen towards the end of the season, I almost feel like teams would be even less prepared than they are now. I mean, we're talking about
Yeah.
a team that only has 2 losses too, so
True.
it's not like it's
Yeah, we're
not
not
like
getting
we're
slaughtered.
talking about a trash team. We're not 3, 4, 5. We're not the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Boy,
Jeez.
did they fall from grace.
Man, I was watching those stats. It's like they're in the hunt. When is the last time you've seen the Chiefs in the hunt
They're
when
not
it
even.
comes
They
to
may not
talking
even be.
about
They're
the
talking
final
about how
wild card?
they don't even think they're in the hunt at this point.
Right.
Like, statistically, yes. Mathematically, yes, of course.
Mathematically, yeah.
But they're like, man, the way they're playing and everything, it's the same thing. Like, it, da- there's not a whole lot of teams. Lions are one of them, right?
Yeah.
I thought if they beat the Lions pretty well, and I was really surprised with the defense, man.
Yeah.
Reason why I was surprised is because I do not like Adoree Jackson. I think he's a terrible corner. I don't think he fits well in this, but he shut Amon-Ra St. Brown down.
Yeah. I was nervous about him. I was nervous about Brown, St. Brown, because he's a beast. That, and then what's their running back's name for Lions? He's good too. And it's like they also they have that 1-2 punch with the running back and the receiver, so they can open up your defense, run the
Explosive.
ball very aggressively, very successful, and then also pass the ball down the field very successfully. So with Amon St. Brown, so it's like that. I was just nervous at how our defense was actually going to hold up against the Lions, and we did the damn thing. But then again, it's like our offense. It's like we're not, it's I don't know. Barkley's, he can't get loose, but is it because they're double teaming the side? I think
Yeah.
it's absolutely. I'm gonna keep saying it. Our offense is too predictable.
No,
It's just
agreed. And
every
it's like,
time we try to go do something, and they just line up. They know exactly where we're going. That's why Barkley can't get loose. That's why AJ Brown's. I mean, they're always gonna double cover or put an extra guy on AJ Brown, which causes him not to be able to get the ball thrown to him. Now, we got the ball to him a little bit more last week,
Too
and it worked
much.
out well.
But too much though. Only reason why I say that is, and I'm happy that he got.
They were trying to appease him.
I'm happy that he got it. It's just I feel like it's too much. Like why? I don't understand why the Eagles do this thing where they're like, where they start talking about the tush push and how the tush push was being. Oh, it's too much tush push. They do
Yeah.
it too often, and suddenly they're not really running the tush push anymore, right?
Yeah,
But
but
for
we got
like
stopped
2
4
weeks-
times.
Oh, you're right. I don't. But so like they're just not. I feel like they're not running things. Everyone, the media in Philadelphia everyone is talking about AJ Brown and how he's not getting the receptions, right?
Yeah,
And what happens? They force him the ball.
right.
They're giving him the ball in situations I felt like he didn't get the ball, and
didn't need
they're
it.
setting him up for failure.
Yeah.
And for like his first game back, right? Like this is like the game where he was supposed to shine or he was going to shine. And
Yeah.
for that to happen, if you're going to force him the ball, like what does it do to like a wide receiver's confidence? I don't know, but I can't imagine it's great
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they did it, and
somehow.
it wasn't pretty. Again, another week, and we talked about this last year. What makes me nervous, and we said the same thing, is we're winning the same way that the Chiefs were winning, barely, right? And you can't go into this. Obviously, we're in the second half of the season. I'm talking about playoffs now, but we can't go into the playoffs. Playoffs. We can't go into the playoffs. We're not limping, but we're not firing on all cylinders. And I think that it's just hard to put your finger on it. But again, I think the only thing that comes to my mind, because our defense is phenomenal. If you think about our defense playing the way they're playing and basically winning games for us and keeping us in the games close enough to the point where we can just pull one off around, towards the end of the game and get the win. If we were playing to our capability on offense, I mean, none of these games would be close.
No, they wouldn't be. And like you said, they're too predictable. We're suddenly throwing screens and
Yeah.
bubble screens and things like this that we know aren't going to work. It's like it's just not right. And all the pistons aren't working together. And
Which also
unless
calls
all the
in-
pistons of the engine are working together, you're not going to be able to run that quarter mile. Do you know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
have to make
yeah.
sure that we're running together because it's not going to happen. And it's like
Yep.
that we're plagued with injuries up front too. We're very injured up front.
Yeah.
Our offensive line is constantly changing. There's constantly new players coming in through, and I mean not Blue, but the backups. But when you're switching to backups, Lane Johnson's going to be out for a while. He broke his
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
He has
he's
some
done.
crazy LaFront, some crazy
Whatever.
injury name.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
basically his foot's broken.
Dude, when I
don't know
saw
why
that,
they
I
can't
was
just
like,
take the
fuck.
foot's broke.
Yeah. Doesn't heal up over a weekend.
Right. It's
But
not.
I think-
He's going to be gone for a little bit, so like we got to make sure that his replacement's in there, And Mailata I don't know what's going on with him. It typically felt like it was last game because it hasn't been often or something that's like a usual. But with last game, he was like I felt like he was like off his game a little bit. Like he was running off sides. He was making stupid penalties. That the referees, these are worst refs in history too. And I'm going to say this on the side for the Lions. I didn't see a pass interference call.
No, absolutely not.
And to be fair, I think that the referees are bad for both sides. They're bad for both sides.
Yeah.
When you have that instance where you got a guy lying up in a neutral zone, clearly in a neutral zone, and then our player is touching their hand, and it's like, hey,
And then you
we're
call
getting
us
called for a false
offsides.
start. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is one of the parts of officiating this play you can't. It's hard to officiate. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're
watching
as
the
long as you're
line.
not fucking blind, like you
Yeah,
can see,
right.
that someone's hand
Right.
is let up in a neutral zone. I don't understand what these guys are doing. They're purposely not officiating it because I feel like they're trying to push this into a different direction. And I hate to sound like the Mr. Green conspiracy theorist either, but I starting more and more to believe all these old time bettors talk about how games are fixed. I'm starting to believe the same thing, and I think that some of these games are fixed. They're not fixed by the players. They're not fixed by the coaches. They're fixed by the refs because the referees are the ones that can make that call or make that change that completely switches the momentum of the field.
Right.
They're making the wrong fields where it's like. The Lions, truthfully and rightfully, should have had a longer drive because that was not pass interference.
Right.
So that
But
is
again,
also changing
we
the
go
momentum
back
of the
to-
game. Not
go
that I
back
thought
to
they were
one of
going to
those-
win anyway, but
But when you go back to that tush push, that he was offside, his hand was in the neutral zone,
Purely
and our player
offside.
and our player taps his hand like, "Hey, look, he's offsides," and we get called for it. Like now, it almost seems like the referee realized he fucked up then, which would have kept our drive going, and says,
Right.
"Oh, well, let me call this to kind of even things out." It's not how that's not how you referee, bro. I think, and let's say this last week or not, but I was talking to my girl about it, and I was like, yeah, I think we did talk about it. We're talking about how like it's going to go maybe to all like automated or AI referees
It
or
might.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I just think after last week's game, with that, as I was telling her, we were talking about it, and I was thinking like, hey, you know what? What it should be is how you have like that instant replay where you're in the booth or whatever. There's a million cameras. You put cameras on the front line, right, or along the front line, or something like that, where it's a tush push situation and it's 4th and inches, and you have nose to nose offense and defense. Not only the referees looking down that line, there's a camera because we saw it on TV, and that
There's the cameras
camera,
on the top at all times
right,
too. It's like
or a
they're in the
camera right
ring.
here on the referee's hat. Like if you can't see this, we're seeing it, and there's an earpiece in his ear saying, "Hey, are you seeing this guy's hand?" Right? Like you're watching this guy's hand off sides, or I don't see where you calling this pass interference. You know what I mean? And you could have an instant boom, no call, or instant overrule on the field. They were off sides. Come from the booth.
Were you the one that brought up the whole entertainment? How NFL is considered entertainment? It's not considered sports.
No, but
I
I
was talking to
think
somebody about this. And they
yeah,
were
I
talking
think
about how
you talking about it.
there was somebody who said, the basketball is a sport, right? And you have these refs that are going down for problems, players that are throwing games. I mean, there's an
Yeah,
investigation going on right now about it, right?
yeah,
It's not the first time either. There's been referees in the past that have literally gone to jail for fixing games.
right.
Okay, you have people betting real money in these games. You have an issue going on right now with the UFC and some fighters and referees changing things, and things happening there, throwing fights and trying to make that extra money. Hey, you can bet on the NFL, but
Yeah,
they filed apparently, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm just spouting bullshit, which could be a change. But they
whatever.
filed not long ago. We'll say 5-10 years ago, to change the NFL from a company that is like sports into
Hmm.
a company that is considered entertainment, kind of like the WWE. So
Really?
that way, if there's script, it could be scripted, it could be this way, and they legally can't get in trouble for certain things.
That's crazy.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, while we listen to Mr. Green, maybe I'll fact check that out myself just to kind of bring it up. But
That's
it's
insane.
like I'm telling you, I truly think that some of these things are fixed. It's just too much. You talked about with the Chiefs and how they were getting favorable calls constantly, which they still are. The Eagles actually get the opposite. They get bad calls. So
Yeah,
it's like I feel like they're
yeah,
being
yeah,
watched extra. You know, even Chris Collingworth said it, man. It's like they're all
yeah.
talking about it. It's not like this is some like secret. People, I feel like the announcers before used to like kind of hide it a little bit, like not try and be biased against the referees. But
Right.
now it's like
It's
they're
so
like, "Oh, that was
bad.
a bad call."
Well,
Like,
it's
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
because it's blatant, and it's like, hey, listen, we're not referees. Again, they have a hard job. They got a lot of things to look at one time, but some things are just right in your face. And it's not like it happens. Like again, we talked about this last week. It's not just, oh, you're watching the highlights and it's say, oh, in the whatever game, referee had a huge missed call. Now it's a whole big thing across the NFL news that this play was missed and it actually cost, so and so teams a game. It's all 32 teams
Right.
that play every week, every single game. There's at least 5 calls made that could have possibly, I'm not saying it's going to be a win-loss again, because other factors, whether you're getting these first downs, whether you're doing whatever it is, those are also issues as well. But there's 4 or 5 penalties that changed basically the momentum of a game. Again, you're 4th down, you're 4th and 1, and a bullshit offsides, or it's 4th or 3rd down and whatever, 3rd and long, and you get this first down, but the referee calls offensive pass interference, or the ball was uncatchable, but then the ref calls defensive pass. It's like that ball was 20 yards away. How could he have caught the ball and you're still calling pass interference? Like those are those things that change the momentum of a game and cause a pivot. And not only players are frustrated, but fans are frustrated. And obviously it goes back to the announcers, because they're saying,
Yep.
okay, you
Yep.
guys are getting paid a decent amount of money. This is your job. You're professionals. How are you missing these calls or making these wrong calls all the time? I get it. It's hard, but there are so many more non-calls and bad calls over the past 2 or 3 years than there have been in decades of me watching football.
These calls are so blatant. That's the problem. It's not like, listen,
Yeah.
dude, these referees get paid a ton of money. They've been doing this. A lot of them probably played themselves, right? They are pause. They are refereeing these things they've been refereeing forever.
Right.
A
They're not new to the
quarterback
position.
sneak should not be up for debate. You should if you held the structure, it's just like, sometimes you have like an unruly class, right? When you were in high school, or some classes that were just crazy. Like
Yeah.
everybody was doing whatever they wanted. Why did they do everything they wanted? Because the teachers let them do what they wanted in the classroom. So
Right.
it's the same thing for referee. If you're a referee and you're there and you say you can't officiate a quarterback sneak, because that's what this is again, then it's your fault for not
Right.
reining that in to begin with.
Right.
We see it in even like kids sports and things like that. The referees, sometimes they don't make some calls and suddenly, you're at the second, they're the back nine of the game and kids are getting hurt because the play is too dangerous.
Well, we see
They
it.
let it
you know,
happen.
we both
and the
have
referees
kids that
letting the same
play
thing.
with the kids that play soccer, and you see it's really bad in soccer because these referees, they're not calling the right call. They're letting girls listen. I don't know. You got boys. I got girls. I've watched two girls go through now, high levels of soccer. And you see when there's good referees and you see when there's horrible referees. They go to these tournaments, man. I get some of these refs are young or they're tired. But, some of these girls out here are very, very aggressive. And I get it. You can bang around a little bit on the soccer field, but it gets to a point where you're stepping on toes or pulling hair, they're throwing punches. So a girl gets punched in the face right in front of the ref and the ref doesn't say anything. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
now, and then when the parents start fighting, you want to talk about, oh, you're out of here, you're rejected. My kids out here getting pummeled because you're not controlling the game.
Right. And it all, what does it boil down to? Controlling the game.
Controlling the game.
As an official, you're supposed to control the game because it's not only for the quality of the game, but it's for the safety of the players too.
Yeah.
So it's like they really got to get it's really, to me, it's not an excuse anymore.
No, it's
Yes, they do have a hard job. I understand that. They're at the highest level. Every eye is on them. They're probably the most scrutinized people on earth. But that's what you do.
But they're
So you
missing
do it right.
and they're missing such easy calls or just blatant calls that, again, are changing the game, causing the game to go one way or another.
That's it.
I don't know. Sucks.
I just want to say, Mr. Green is right. The NFL is fixed.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Put that on.
Speaking of Mr. Green, let's get it rolling.
Mr. Green here. I am back. I went 4-1 last week. The only loss I had was the Atlanta Falcons. That game went to overtime. I had
If I recall correctly, he got it wrong on the Falcons the week prior as well. So
that game won. They just played bad in overtime.
Mr. Green just mentioned that he went 4-1 last week. Okay. And that the Falcons were the reason why he lost. And I was saying that previously, last week, the Falcons were another reason why he got a game wrong. So maybe he should just stay away from the Falcons. We'll see if he does or not.
Leave the
It's
Falcons
the only
alone.
loss I had. So, Dwayne, I hope you were with me this past week.
Nope.
4-1, and we won some money. Anyway, let's get right into this week. First game up, I'm going to be taking Kansas City. They're actually playing home this week. I know they had a bad game last week against Denver. Denver actually beat them up pretty bad. But Kansas City's actually 5-5. If they want to make the playoffs, they better start winning. They're going to do that this week. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Thanksgiving's coming up next week, not this week.
I don't know if you know this or not.
I don't know if you know this or not, but one of the U.S.'s most major holidays are coming up in a couple weeks.
A major holiday is coming up in in about a week.
I love
I don't know
this
if you
holiday.
must have been under a rock or whatever you're doing, but
I don't know if you know this or not.
that's his
Week, but
favorite
next
line.
week, next Thursday, it's going to be Thanksgiving. Travis and Taylor is hosting a Thanksgiving dinner, actually at their house this year. It's going to be pretty big. Patrick's going to be there with his wife, and believe it or not, Andy Reid is actually going to be there too. with his family. It's going to be a really big party this week, or on this year on Thanksgiving. So it's no way Kansas City's going to lose this game and mess up Thanksgiving dinner. I actually heard that Taylor's mom, I know you all seen her.
I knew with that line that he just had that there was about to be some BS coming up.
Oh yeah. Listen, he sets his own self up.
Yep.
When the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. Anyway, Mom's going to make some pumpkin pie, I was told.
Pie.
So Kansas City's going to win this game easily. Just back Kansas City.
Oh,
You
hell
won't go wrong.
Nope.
All right.
I'm not taking that one. Nope. No
Who are they
way.
playing?
The Colts.
Colts are sneaky good.
Colts are what, 7 and something? The Colts are fucking 8-2.
All right. Next game up, I
Listen,
will be
Col-
taking the
Colts are
Chicago
8-2.
Bears. All right. They actually played Minnesota last week. Almost lost the game, but they did come back and had that good kickoff return, and they actually kicked that field goal to beat Minnesota with 2 seconds left in the game. But they are playing really good ball. They're playing home, and they're
the
actually
Steelers,
playing the Steelers. Oh my God, talking
Yeah.
about the Steelers. Good
Isn't that
old
a
Pop
rivalry,
Pop.
too?
That guy's unbelievable.
hate
Yeah,
Aaron
did you see the Steelers game last week? They actually had
This guy's talking about pop up now.
He hates Aaron
got-
Rodgers.
He got all nice and fired up for Aaron Rodgers. He said as soon as it happened, as soon as they played in this I know what he's going to bring up because he texted me and he sent me this whole video about it.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
that. They ran that play. What's it called? The brotherly love or something, or the tushy pussy, whatever the Eagles call it.
He acts like
they
you
actu-
don't know the name, bro. Come on, Mr. Green. You know the
can't-
name.
Can't say brotherly shove.
Brotherly shove or the tush push. You make it
Tushy
sound like
pushy.
right. If the Minnesota Vikings made it up, you'd be saying it every day, all day. So don't
actually
give me
ran that
shit.
100%.
play with Rodgers in the backfield. He stood still in the backfield. He had his hands in his pocket. I guess he was cold. True story. Nick, I actually sent you a photo of that. I don't
He brought it up. No, he's right. But here's what I got to say though about this tush push scenario. Is the reason why I had his hands in his pockets is because he didn't even run it. He was on the field, but I'm assuming because I didn't actually see the play myself, I think it probably was a direct snap to the running back.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't. He was there. He's not diving. First of all, he's not blasting his Achilles
First of all,
again. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Everyone on that field knew he was not getting the ball for a tush push situation. He didn't take his Geritol that morning, so there's no way he's going to survive that kind of impact.
No, he's pop up. He's fragile.
Right.
I don't know if you could post it or not, but show everybody what I'm talking about.
Doing too much, Mr. Green. Now you're going to make me post things.
Right.
Your interviews here, your picks are it's already 8 minutes worth of stuff here, buddy. So
Now he wants you to add
Now you
audio.
want me
It
to
wants
add
to add
more stuff?
video. Add
we're
some
just going to change the
visuals.
names from Black and Tan Sports to Mr. Green.
Adding visuals. to
Black
Mr.
and Tanning
Green's
Green Sports.
Black tanning green.
About. Anyway, it was a lousy play. They didn't even get the first down. I really do think Rodgers need to retire and start collecting a Social Security check because he's really just stealing money from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyway, why are we even talking about Pittsburgh? Just back Chicago. You won't go wrong. Next game up, I will be on the Detroit Lions. I don't know if you've seen this game Sunday night, but Detroit averages 31 points a game this season. That's a lot of points. They actually went to Philadelphia, and it was too cold for them guys to play.
They didn't average 31 points, I'll tell you that. And I
did
don't want to
not.
hear too cold. We're talking about Detroit.
Detroit. Oh, it's too cold. Detroit's cold as shit.
It's cold. The coldest.
Right.
Guys to play outside in the wind, really cold out.
They do have a dome now.
They had a really bad game. They scored 9 points the whole game. Well,
right.
guess what, guys? That was an outdoor game. They're actually coming home this week, playing in the dome. They're scoring 51 points this week. You got that? 51 points. They are going to be taking it out this week. Detroit's playing the Giants. So do I have to say anything else? I think the Giants have 2 games all season, 2 wins all season. They're definitely not going to pick up their 3rd win this week in Detroit. Detroit is going to win this game 51-17. Just take Detroit. Trust me on that one. Next game up,
Score.
Minnesota against Green Bay. I'm actually going to be back in Green Bay this week. Minnesota had two home games at home. They played the Ravens and they played Chicago. Guess what, guys? They went 0-2. And that's playing inside in the dome where it's nice and warm at. Now they got to travel to Green Bay. It's actually they could actually take a bus there. But anyway, they can take a bus all they want. Problem is they got to play outdoors. They have a young quarterback, Minnesota does. McCarthy. I know he played for Michigan. He's used to playing outdoors. But you got to understand, he's only a kid. He looks like he's about 15 years old. He's making a lot of mistakes this year. He really is. He may become the next Tom Brady, but it's going to take a little bit of time. It won't be this week in Green Bay, that's for sure. Just take Green Bay. Love's having a great season. They have a good running game. Their defense is unbelievable for Green Bay. They're going to have no troubles whatsoever beating Minnesota. Take Green Bay. And the last game up is I'm going to be back in the Rams. Yes, the Rams. They're 8-2, catching up to the Eagles. It's a shame that the Eagles beat them because the Rams are a better team than the Eagles. They're actually going to be playing Tampa Bay at home. They just got done beating Seattle. They had troubles beating Seattle, but they did beat Seattle. Seattle's a really good football team. But the Rams playing at home again this week. I do think they will have no troubles beating Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has some injuries going on that team. Like I said, the Rams, they just have a good quarterback. They have a great running game. Stafford, they got Williams, great defense. They're just going to win this game with no problems whatsoever. So back the Rams. And I was thinking about taking the Bengals this week. Joe Flacco actually gave me a call last night. And
Did he?
He's calling him up. Hey,
Did
Mr.
he?
Green.
There's your neighbor. TV's too loud. Notice there was no TV in this one.
Yes. Thank God.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for your neighbor's TV and your Chinese paper, rice paper walls.
Japanese house. He lives in
Wait,
Japan.
hold on. Going back to Green Bay, who was hurt, right? Jordan Love. Is he back? He hurt his shoulder last week. Injury report is saying that Jordan Love. This is week 12, right? I say unspecified. I mean, it's too early in the week to close. Tomorrow's Thursday, but Jordan Love went out with a shoulder injury last week.
Oh.
And they're also missing Romeo Dobbs, his wrist, and Matthew Golden, shoulder wrist is out, possibly. I mean, they look kind of decimated on their wide receiver core. I don't know. We'll see
We'll see about it.
when it gets closer.
he
to the
told
time.
me bad news. He said that this is probably going to be his last game quarterbacking. His quarterback, Joe, is supposed to be coming back next week, is what I was told. I believe they're playing on Thanksgiving or something like that. And he wants to come back playing on Thanksgiving. Imagine that. But anyway, this is going to be Joe Flacco's last game. I was going to take Joe, but he told me his wide receiver, this guy Chase, for some reason, got suspended. They played a game last week, and he spit on somebody. I don't know if you guys seen that or not. And now they suspended him. Unbelievable. But that's what took place. So without Chase in there, I just can't take them. They're playing New England. New England's actually really good this year. I think they're 8-2. They're playing a lot better without Belichick as their coach. Talking about Belichick, I don't know if you know this or not, but I was told he's coming back into the NFL. The the Giants are begging them to be their next coach. Not
I was just thinking
Wait a
about
minute.
something.
Go ahead.
Now, Jalen Carter. Wait, he was suspended a game, wasn't he?
Yeah, because it happened right before the game started. So they ejected him from the very beginning, and that counted as his suspension.
They gotta get they gotta get a handle on that. I saw the video and like, I don't know, man. I don't like any of that really.
No.
Doesn't matter who it is. I mean, I don't like it. Being
that
in the
was
moment of the
blatant.
game, I understand because like you're passionate about something, right? So it's like a lot of the times, like you're just like working on like emotions or like instinct, kind of like you're just
Yeah.
in the zone. You're just doing things.
Yeah.
So I could understand in that aspect, but then it's also like, man, you just got a lot of. I mean, for me, like again, I didn't really care. It is what
No.
it is. Like, but it's like, man, you got a lot of kids looking up to you, and a
Yeah,
lot of
you're
kids
doing
emulating
shit
what
like
you're
that.
doing. So you kind of
Well,
gotta.
and listen, going back to the referees, right? It's right there. It happens. Now I get it. The guy that retaliates always gets caught, but the replay came out within seconds. You could have stopped the play and said, "Hey, New York, look at this. What really happened?" And within minutes,
True.
you had the actual video of him showing getting spit on. Right?
It's true.
Call referee timeout because the field's already disrupted. You got to figure out what's going on, who did what. You converse with the referees. Meanwhile, the booth's reviewing the replay. Hey, listen, he spit on him first. Now he should be the fuck out of the game, right? Not wait till next week because that's going to change the game, right? That could have changed the game for the other team.
That's true.
I don't know. There's
That's
a lot
true.
of things.
You're not
Just
wrong.
put me in charge. I want to be the commissioner of the NFL.
You could do it.
I could do it.
I could do it.
I'll do that shit up.
There's one thing I won't do though. It's a chain gang. That's something I've hated my whole life.
Oh, really?
That's the worst, dude. It's the worst.
You get fucked up. You gotta lay there. You gotta stand there until they actually almost get hit. You can get fucked up,
Which is crazy to me. I ain't taking those hits, dude. I'm crushing somebody.
I know they're all padded up, and you're out there in jeans and sneakers,
A little
looking like
Brian
an
West
asshole.
size running back wants to come after me. I'm dropping my shoulder.
Right? Oh, he's gonna hit us. We both going to the blue tent. It's not
not sure
today.
if that's going to be true. But that's what I was told. But anyway, let's recap who we're taking. I know I'm going 5-0 this week. I'm taking Kansas City, Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay Packers, and the Rams. Let's go, guys. 5-0. Let's have a great week. Talk to you.
And Cincinnati over the Patriots, right? The Bengals.
Anyway, let's recap who we're taking. I know I'm going 5-0 this week. I'm taking Kansas City, Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay Packers, and the Rams. Let's go, guys. 5-0. Let's have a great week. Talk to you next week.
All right, Mr. Green. Very good. I'm going a couple of different ways. I'm gonna do some more research, but I'm gonna go Colts over Kansas City. I'm gonna go Steelers over Chicago, and I'm gonna go Patriots over Cincinnati. He didn't pick that one in there, but that was one that he talked about. But if I'm gonna go with those five, I'm gonna bet both. I'm gonna do his bet, and I'm gonna reverse it and do Colts and Steelers over Kansas City and Chicago, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I can go 5 for 5.
I was just gonna say we should maybe. Are we gonna do a versus now? Are you gonna try? Are you coming for the throne? Are you?
I
gonna
mean,
take this
listen.
spot?
I guess we could. I guess I could. I could, because every week I have like a pick or two that I don't agree with Mr. Green. Now, again, I have no real clue as to what the fuck I be doing, but
True.
I do a little bit of research, and I get gut feelings. You know what I mean? You can have a gut feeling once in a while. Sometimes your gut feeling works for you, and I think because did I not? I think I did. I didn't even look at his picks last week. I was crazy busy because I didn't even watch the game because I was down at the tailgate. So, whatever. I'm gonna bet this week, and I'm gonna do the five leg parlay. I'm gonna do his bets, and I'm gonna change up 2, and then we'll see what happens.
So just to go back and circle back from before when I mentioned the whole entertainment thing,
Yeah.
I have a little information here.
Okay.
The NFL is both a sport and an entertainment product, often described as sports entertainment, which is the same as WWE, by the way. Because it combines athletic competition with elements like elaborate pregame shows, commentary to appeal to a broader audience. For betting, The NFL is considered a form of gambling where wagers are placed on the outcome of games. The two are distinct because while sports betting involves wagering on competitive events, sports entertainment refers to the overall package of games, broadcasts, and associated events produced for audience consumption. Now, sports versus sports versus entertainment, right? Sports, the NFL is professional sports league where athletes compete in a game of skill and strength. Entertainment, the league also functions as an entertainment business, which we've already just talked about, right? Differences for betting. The NFL is a sport for betting. When it comes to betting, the NFL is viewed as a competitive event with a specific outcome. Bettors analyze game statistics and make predictions to wager money on the result of a game.
Okay.
So, keyword, when it comes to betting, the NFL is viewed as a competitive event with a specific outcome.
Right. Win or loss, and then point spread and things of that nature. Listen, it's always been rumored that the NFL is rigged because it's run by Vegas, right? How much money they're putting out, and then how are they always so fucking close and right?
So much money.
With the spreads, like it's
you got
insane.
guys that do, listen, you got guys that do that constantly.
Yeah.
And then now it's even easier, I feel like, because they probably have like AI engine and things like that are kind of like, oh, the spread is this, so start, doing this, or you got to pull in the other direction, change the odds so people start betting to make it more even.
Right.
That's all it is. I mean, they're constantly changing the odds. If you don't, sometimes you go online, you tell like a lot of these guys where it's like, oh, they'll give you 3 picks or like a 5-leg parlay, like a huge parlay. And they're like, oh, get it here because it's the best odds. As soon as they put that out there, some of them have such large followings that the odds change almost instantly when you go and try to follow it yourself. So it's like, forget it. If you catch it like a day afterwards, the odds are completely different. It's not even worth the bet anymore.
So 2 weeks ago when I did it, right, I was going to do it Wednesday night when we do our podcast, right? And I went in, I put my picks in, and I was going to win $2,600, right, off of $20 if those it's 7-leg parlay, right? So it makes kind of sense.
Huge.
And I didn't do it, and I was kept hemming and hawing. I was looking at shit, and I was kind of changing my mind. I was like, you know what? Let me just do Mr. Green and see what happens. Pause. And I did it like
Please don't ever say that one again.
I know, and I did it like I think Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon, and it went down to 16 or 1,500 because all the fucking odds changed. So
it's because I guess maybe a lot of people, because a lot of people are leaning in that direction for those different things, and it's like a lot of the times. I mean, and people listen. We're preaching to the choir. A lot of people already know this, but it's like when you bet. The reason why you're betting such large leg parlays typically is because you're picking the favorite a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So when you're picking the favorite, of course it's minus whatever, we'll say 150 or minus 310.
Right.
When you go and pick those odds, you're not getting a good payout. But when you do, the chances and the risk comes in the amount of legs you're playing in the parlay. So
the chance of you bringing right 5 times.
And a lot of people think that you can get all of them, but obviously it rarely happens. But
right. But when you do hit, it's pretty nice. But
well, of course, again, when is it not?
That's why they pay out so much because it's the rarity of it, right?
Right.
Cool. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. We were talking about the Eagles in the very beginning, the top of the show, and I forgot to mention a stat. Something that came out. There's a poll about the just the actual stats for leading quarterback in the NFL. This guy comes in with 67% completions. Let's see, 1,995 passing yards, 1 interception, 16 passing TDs, and 6 rushing TDs. He leads the NFL in all 3 of those stats. That's combined, right? That is our man, Jalen Hurts. Everybody shits on him. He's not in our top 5. He's not this. He's not that. And listen, again, you mentioned it earlier, top of the show. There's some rumblings in the front office, on the field, in the locker room about what he does, how he does it. Is there any kind of contingency, or not contingency, but some kind of a contrast in between the coach and him and the owner, stuff like that. Which, listen, there might be, but I mean,
I doubt
the guy's stats are what they are, and he's basically the top quarterback in NFL as of today. No.
It took a long time for me to give him his flowers.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of media, Cam Newton specifically, give the man his flowers. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Dude,
doing what
that's
he's got to do.
Yeah, because Cam was talking shit last week against us.
Gilly with him too. It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just funny. I
But
still.
I think it's time for a little bit more respect. I think, and I think my hope is, I'm sure yours as well, is that they become just a little bit more cohesive over the next couple of weeks. And I really hope that the end of the season towards playoffs, because I mean, knock on wood, but the chances are they're going to make the playoffs at this point, only because the rest of the conference and league and division the rest of the division is so terrible.
Yeah.
So.
And we don't.
Chances are it's going to happen. We're just trying to make sure that we get maybe the first round bye or something like that at this point. I mean, again, it's not like it's clinched, but I mean, we got to look at your division.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to do it, man.
It'll be because we don't have really. I mean, we have some game. We got tough games. We got Dallas Sunday, right? Then
they just came up with a huge win. They're not going to do that again. They're not going to score the same amount of pants.
No.
They're not going to score the same amount of points 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
And they're all like wearing those shirts for that guy who killed himself. And that whole situation is like weird too. I don't understand. Whatever. We could talk about that a whole other time. But it's like a weird situation that's happened with that. But they were really pumped up about that. I don't think it happens this week. I think they're coming to this week when we play them, and it's going to be different.
Yep. And then we've got the Bears coming to Philly on the 28th of November, and then we go to the Chargers. That's going to be a good game, December 8th. The Raiders come to Philly December 14th, and then we have Washington and then Buffalo December 28th at the end of the December. So we've got some. It's not a walkthrough schedule, obviously, but I mean, if we can win out the rest of the season, we'll be, because basically we just got to beat Washington twice. We got to beat Dallas tomorrow or Sunday, and then we need to beat Washington, and then Washington back to back, week 16 and week 18 beat Washington. But I mean, I think we can clinch home field if we just beat Dallas this Sunday.
Those games are tough too. It's really hard to play teams like almost back to back. Like you're skipping 1 week. How about with the Giants?
Right. Yeah.
That's tough. It's hard to
do.
Yeah. Like our schedule is not in our favor. I don't think the teams aren't. They're not like it's not the hardest schedule on the back end than another team. But I think when you're playing those teams back to back like that, it's a very weird situation.
It's brutal. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But we got another couple weeks of football going. And once again, come on out. Last little tag for Sunday shenanigans. Come on out to Cheerleaders in New Jersey on Crescent Boulevard, Sunday, November 23rd. The game is a 4:00 game. So halftime is going to be about 6:00. That'll be when the pie eating contest is. So we're not going to keep you out all night long. And then you'll be home, by 8:00 at night. Come on out. See some ladies. Come to, I think Big Carm is hosting the tailgate. So you get out there, some dancing, some music. He always has giveaways. It'll be an awesome deal. And again, come out and support the Church Ladies _ Rooted in Love for the Women's Shelter charity. Come out and donate. And again, come out and support the guys eating. We may never know. Nick might be out there getting down on some pie. Hair pie.
I only eat one kind of pie.
Hair pie.
Dwayne.
Meat pie, hair pie. Snatch pie.
I don't know why I said it like that. It's so creepy sounding.
Teeth to beef.
Just added to it. Made it worse.
Teeth to
weird,
beef.
Creepy.
You gotta say weird stuff to make you uncomfortable.
Sometimes you just gotta say weird things. You just gotta throw people off guard. Every once in a while, I gotta keep them on their toes. I get it. I get it.
I get you. But yeah, come on out, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you Sunday. And if not, we'll see you next week here. Same bat channel, same bat time.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it is.
And we can't play our music anymore because
no, we can't play Sexual Healing, but we can play this. Bye.
Bye.
PSNE, the season never ends, is the engine behind your favorite sports bar fantasy site. If your bar doesn't have it, send them our way so you can benefit from seamless draft day setups. No back and forth with staff. Just scan a QR code, Pick your league spot and customize your food and drink offers. TSNE offers quality of life tools like a mock drafter that improves each year by learning your league, automated team management if a player quits mid-season, and game time injury replacements before kickoff. With more league types and role options than any other platform, TSNE is everything you wish your fantasy platform had.